If you are over the age of 70 and you are still driving on UK roads, then the next few minutes of this video could be the most important thing you watch all year. And I am not saying that to scare you. I am saying that because right now, thousands of drivers across the country are sitting completely unaware that a deadline is closing in on them fast. A deadline set by the DVLA, one that could result in their license being taken away, a fine landing on their doormat, and in some cases, prosecution for driving illegally. The clock is ticking, and if you or someone you love is over 70 and behind the wheel, you need to hear everything in this video before another day passes. Stay with me because this is urgent. If you are over the age of 70 and you are still driving on UK roads, you need to understand something right now. Your driving license is not automatically valid just because you have been driving for decades. There is a legal mechanism in this country that kicks in at the age of 70, one that catches thousands of people off guard every single year. And the DVLA has made it absolutely clear that they are not prepared to keep looking the other way when drivers fail to comply with it. In the United Kingdom, your driving license expires automatically when you reach the age of 70. This is not something that happens because of a health condition or an accident or a complaint made against you. It happens to every single driver in the country the moment they reach that age. There are no exceptions. There is no grace period built in as a right, and there is certainly no automatic renewal that happens without your involvement. The DVLA requires you to actively renew your license before or very shortly after you reach that 70-year mark. The standard process involves completing Form D46P, which is sent to most drivers by the DVLA automatically around 90 days before their 70th birthday. You fill it in, you declare that you meet the required medical standards, and you send it back. If everything is in order, your new license is issued, and you carry on driving legally. But here is where things start to go wrong for a lot of people. Some drivers never receive that form. It gets lost in the post, or it goes to an old address because the DVLA does not have updated contact details on file. Some drivers receive it but assume it is junk mail or something non-urgent and set it aside. Some drivers fill it in but forget to send it back. And some drivers genuinely did not know the form existed at all because nobody told them. All of these people are potentially driving on an expired license right now, and most of them have absolutely no idea. The DVLA has been increasingly firm in recent communications about the obligations placed on older drivers. The agency has made clear that the responsibility for renewing a license does not rest with them. It rests with the driver. Even if you never received a renewal reminder, even if the form never arrived, even if nobody told you, the legal duty to drive on a valid license is yours and yours alone. This is a crucial point. Many drivers who have been stopped or who have received penalty notices have argued that they did not know their license had expired. And while that might generate some sympathy from friends and family, it does not generate sympathy from the law. Ignorance of your license status is not a legal defense. The DVLA has also confirmed that it is conducting ongoing checks of its records and is cross-referencing with other data to identify drivers who may be operating on expired licenses. This is not a passive system that only catches people when they are stopped by police. There are administrative processes running in the background that can flag up irregularities, and when they do, letters go out. Sometimes those letters carry fines, sometimes they carry warnings, and sometimes they trigger further investigation that can escalate quickly. If you have received any kind of letter from the DVLA recently and you are over 70, do not ignore it. Do not put it on the pile. Open it today. One of the elements of the license renewal process that catches people off guard is the medical declaration. When you renew your license after the age of 70, you are required to declare that you are fit to drive. This is a self-declaration, meaning you are not required to visit a doctor or take a medical examination simply to submit the renewal form. You are affirming on your own authority that you meet the required standards. But this self-declaration comes with serious legal weight attached to it. If you declare that you are fit to drive when you have a medical condition that should have been disclosed, you are making a false declaration. And making a false declaration on a DVLA form is not a minor administrative slip. It can be treated as a criminal offense. It can lead to prosecution. And if you were involved in any kind of accident or incident while driving on a license renewed through a false declaration, the consequences become significantly more severe. The medical conditions that must be disclosed are broader than many people realize. Certain neurological conditions, sleep disorders that cause excessive daytime drowsiness, some mental health conditions, specific medications that affect alertness and reaction time, and diabetes managed with insulin all carry a notification requirement. The DVLA publishes a comprehensive guide called Assessing Fitness to Drive, which lists all the conditions and circumstances that must be reported. If your health circumstances have changed in recent years, it is worth reviewing. Because declaring yourself fit to drive when you are not is a far bigger problem than admitting you have a condition that needs to be assessed. Let us talk plainly about what it actually means to be caught driving on an expired license. If you are stopped by police and your license is found to have expired, you are driving without a valid license. That is a criminal offense under the Road Traffic Act. The penalties include a fine of up to £1,000. You can receive between 3 and 6 penalty points. In more serious cases, you can be disqualified from driving entirely, and your insurance is almost certainly invalid, which opens up an entirely separate and potentially devastating set of financial and legal consequences. That last point about insurance is the one that many people overlook entirely in the moment, but it is arguably the most significant. If you are in an accident and it is discovered that you were driving on an expired license, your insurer has grounds to refuse any claim. That means you could be personally liable for damage to other vehicles, damage to property, and in the worst case, compensation for injuries to other people. These are not small sums, they can be life-altering amounts. You may be wondering why this video carries the urgency it does. The answer is simple. If you are someone who is over 70 and you have not checked the status of your license recently, or if you suspect your renewal may not have been processed correctly, or if your health circumstances have changed since your last renewal and you have not notified the DVLA, then every single day you drive is a day you are potentially driving illegally. There is no benefit to waiting. The process of checking and renewing your license is not complicated. You can do it online through the gov.uk website if you have the right documents to hand. You will need your current license, your national insurance number, and a valid UK passport if you want your photo updated. If you would prefer to do it by post, you can download or request Form D46P and send it in with the required documents. If you have a condition that needs to be assessed, contact the DVLA Medical Enquiries line. The number is listed on the gov.uk website. Do not guess. Do not assume everything is fine because nothing has gone wrong yet. Check, confirm, and if action is needed, take it today. If you are watching this video and you are not yourself an over 70 driver, but you have a parent, grandparent, or someone you care for who is, please take a moment today to raise this with them. Older drivers are often among the most conscientious and careful people on the road. They are experienced. They are generally cautious. But they are also, through no fault of their own, sometimes the people who fall through the gaps in administrative processes. A gentle conversation from a family member can make all the difference. Ask the question: have they renewed their license since turning 70? When did they last do it? Do they know it needs to be renewed every 3 years after that? Are there any health changes that might need to be reported? One final point that is worth making clearly. Renewing your license when you turn 70 is not a one-time event. After the age of 70, your driving license is only valid for 3 years at a time. So once you have done your first renewal, you need to do it again at 73, and again at 76, and so on for as long as you continue to drive. Many drivers who handled their first renewal perfectly at 70 find themselves caught out at 73 because they assumed the process would be automatic this time around. The DVLA does send reminders, but those reminders are not guaranteed to arrive, and the responsibility does not shift to the DVLA if they do not. Keep a note somewhere accessible. Put it in your phone calendar with a reminder 3 months before the due date. Ask a family member to help you keep track. Whatever works for you. But make sure you know when your next renewal is due, and make sure it gets done on time. We have covered a lot of ground in this video today, and I want to thank you sincerely for staying with it to the end, because everything we have talked about matters. If you are over 70, check your license today. Not tomorrow, not after dinner, today. Go to gov.uk, look up your license status, and make absolutely certain it is valid and current. If it is not, start the renewal process immediately. If you have a health condition that may need to be disclosed, contact your GP or the DVLA medical team. If you have received any correspondence from the DVLA recently, open it and read it carefully. The rules around over 70 driving licenses exist to keep everyone safe, including you, including your family, and including every other person sharing the road with you. They are not designed to be punitive, but they are enforced, and the consequences of ignoring them are real and serious. Do not be one of the thousands of people who find this out the hard way. Share this video with anyone you know who is over 70 or approaching that age. It could genuinely make a difference to them. And if you found this information useful, please leave a comment below. We read every single one, and we want to know what topics matter most to you. And if you are not already subscribed to UK Fines Alerts, please do that right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. We are here to keep you informed, to cut through the confusion, and to make sure you always know your rights and your responsibilities on UK roads. On UK Fines Alerts, we keep you one step ahead. Do not drive blind when it comes to the rules. Subscribe to UK Fines Alerts today.